And welcome back, reblurr gamers. We're shifting into a bit of the silvering on a few models, so excuse the vibrative noises. We're looking at trying to make sure we finish off a couple of models tonight so that we climb ever closer to our 1 million, our 100 minis, part of the pledge to how many I will paint in the month. Well, from January 17 through to February 9. So if you've not seen what's going on or heard, I am 3 completed minis in, working on a few more with the aim of finishing at least 1 or 2 tonight. As you can see, there's a fair few on the table getting painted. I have one in my grips right now that I am flying through. I need to switch over to a smaller brush. What's that? 3. That's just a character brush. It's a big thick bugger. What's this? Small layer brush. I really want the fine detail brush that's a bit banged up, to be honest. It needs a bit of TLC. But we'll be working on this here. The intent of hopefully getting it coloured in, because that is the point of it. Going silver, or am I going different colour? Let's go a different colour. Let's just let the silver dry, put it aside, and let us go outlandish. And we will go with the Night Lord's blue base colour. When we get to it, we will wax some white on a pad and touch up some of where I got the gold on the bottom of the of the base, so I can run over it with a few different colours just to give it some so I can give it a few different markings so it looks somewhat presentable. Now, as you can probably see, I'm just painting, hopefully you can see, the lightning and the marks on the anvil marks on the shield. The colour I chose to use was Night Lord's blue. As you can see, there's a few spots where I've got to dig back in, which just turns out with the gold to really trim up where I made some mistakes, but that's okay because we can't always get it perfect every time. Rotate it round. we continue to work our way around. Because once I've done this shield, I've literally got the handle of this to do. So yeah, just making my way through this particular model base. As I said, I've got shitloads of models that I need to paint. The plan is to get through as many as possible. With the aim of, because I've primed so many, I know it was a massive pledge. I primed an absolute butt ton thinking I'd be okay. I was probably a touch cocky with how many I said I could do, but if I can get in and get a lot of drones painted, which I have a lot of drones, I should be able to get it done. Apart from the shoddy blue in that center section where the silver's still sitting but won't go away, that is what I would like to call complete on that blue on that that shield, which I think looks pretty good. I will attempt to do the same on this shoulder section. Which will be something different again, considering it's a lot smaller. A lot harder to get the paint on there without going too crazy. So spinning around. But yeah. I think that gives me the ability for something cool. I'll paint these other bits and pieces, maybe blue. This Night Lord's blue. It seems to be getting a bit of work at the moment. the bonus is that when this is done, like, I'm gonna have a paint scheme for the rest of my Stormcast Eternals, which I think on the flip side is a bit of a massive bonus. When you think about what's going on, like, which is good for me, because it means that I know what I'm doing next time I paint one. And there's always a massive thing when you are painting something new, like a new army, that you have some sort of idea in terms of what you want to do. But yeah, I think that's going pretty good. I'm going to set it aside for the time being to allow it to dry and whatnot, so that technically I can get that silver back out like I was gonna, and hit up a few other bits and pieces, because I do want to finish off a few more models, or get worked through a few more models, should I say, given where I'm at in terms of what's painted and what's not. I really need to get them completed. Which will help with a few things. For one, getting closer to my challenge goal. But two, the more minis that are painted, the better. But yeah, as I was saying, completed minis. Completing a minis equals less stuff on the desk. Less stuff on the desk, more stuff painted. A little bit of fun. So yeah. Yeah, we are slowly plugging along, doing all the little fiddly bits now on some of these miniatures. Makes life a little more difficult. So as you can see, we're getting through this stuff, but there is a lot of I'm now working with the fiddly bits, as I said, of no, actually, I'm going to go with a full, bigger, much bigger, because then I will go over it with some rust. The rust fucking to make the shield look like it's rusted. But I'll have to wait obviously till it's dried. But yeah, as I was saying, getting through these miniatures is the goal. You can see that I'm cracking on quite literally. Although I can now again switch back to the little one because I've got a little bit of silver. It's a little hard for me to actually paint correctly. There we go. So a little bit of touching up done there. A little silver added. I've got a sword here I've got to work on. Which then I also can work on his physical armor. I'm just going to check to make sure what else I want to put on his actual physical, whether he's got any tunics or whatnot. I think he does have a tunic, which I'll have to figure out what colour I'm painting it in a second. And as you can see there, his pants are black. Actually, no, all his upper body is technically almost, oh, technically metal, I could call it. I will put some bronze, I think, around and on the shield itself. I might paint that a different colour. His helmet obviously will be silver, which this colour I can already paint. As you can see. And the fact that I've got so many minis on the go at once actually is allowing me to rather than wait for something to dry before I can go in with the next colour, I can actually just keep painting away, allowing me to paint. I'll have to fix that last, I think, because of how it sits. My painting, everything silver. He's got some tunicky stuff on him. So we continue on. And yeah, given the time that we are up to at the moment, where we are physically in the day and with the painting, once I've painted this silver on, I'm going to call it quits on this video. For anyone who liked the videos, thank you very much. For those who stick around and, you know, give me a bit of a push, a boost, tell me that I'm doing a good job, I appreciate it. You know, it really makes life easy, makes me feel good about it, really gives me a pump up so I know that I'm doing a good job. So yeah, so thanks to those who do stick around and do that kind of stuff for me. You know, it is awesome. It does help a bunch, and I appreciate it. So once again, thank you very much. And yeah, that'll be that. I'll do some work on this this orc, especially with painting the red on the bow. Some silver maybe on the section here, and possibly some tan colours through these bony parts. I'll go some black on there and there. And I might paint the fairing or the fletching red as well, maybe. Just gives it another chunk of colour. But yeah. So yeah. So we'll just quickly, let's set off, finish off. Finish up this top half of this bow with a little bit more red. It's done. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that is all. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.